using ChatGPT to troubleshoot can get you into trouble because you don't know what you don't know. And that's like when I use ChatGPT to troubleshoot stuff on my computer, it's like, I should have thought of that. Like there's a lot of should have thought of that.
Yeah.
And it's fine that I didn't. It did. And I know to try it. But there's also, if it recommends 5 things to me, there's going to be 3 of them where I toss it. And I'm like, no, that's not, I know enough. So it's a great, again, a great assistant.
They call there's a term called Gell-Mann Amnesia. And it's when you know a topic and so you like, I know that's not right. I know that's not right or whatever. But then you go to a topic you don't know anything about. So, and you just say, it must be right because this is the AI, whatever.
It must be right.
You've just forgot that, like, wait a minute, it wasn't right about that.
Yes.
But then we automatically assume, which we know that gets in trouble,
that
it's going to be right about something else. And it often, it could steer you down the wrong path.
Oh, this is a fascinating concept, this Gell-Mann amnesia,
and it's very...
cognitive bias, describing the tendency of individuals to critically assess media reports. Okay, so
it works in...
It doesn't matter. This is the same thing, right?
Same thing. Yeah.
In a domain they're knowledgeable about, yet continue to trust reporting in other areas despite recognizing patterns.
And I think it's the same with AI.
It's the same thing, man.
It's like, okay, I know about this, so I'm comfortable saying, wrong, right, whatever. But, I don't know anything about this, so this must
I'm just
be
going
the
to
expert.
trust it.
I'm just going to trust it. Yeah.
Blindly.
Yes.
And,
yes.
I mean, if you're in a pinch, absolutely.
You still learn a lot. We talk about it.
Correct.
But, excuse me. Understand that there's a wide range of opportunities for, you just see it if you use these AI chat, LLMs enough, you'll be like, are you sure? And it'll be like, well,
no.
Yes. Or I'll be like, hey, you didn't tell me that there was another screw. Oh yeah.
Right.
So
there's no accountability.
And they're not infallible. They make mistakes. We had a guy in our mastermind that was trying to fix a washer or dryer that he had purchased, and ChatGPT is telling him to do all these steps to get to this point. And he goes, well, what if I just took off this panel instead of going through all this? And he took a picture, and ChatGPT is like, oh, you're totally right. That is a much easier way to do it. And the LLM was referring to the manual, the repair manual that it had found that had this whole convoluted way of going through it, where we're just like, hey, I'm trying to get to this fuse.
Giddy up, man.
Yeah, what's the fastest way to get to that? So,
you're right. And so it's a very real thing. I'm reminded of when I used to have businesses where I would go on site and troubleshoot people's computers, right? And do all that stuff. And there was a point where Google, search engines in general, but Google really became a great tool for troubleshooting. It wasn't initially, right?
Yeah.
But enough information on the web. It wasn't that Google became a good tool. It was that the web in general became a good tool.
Correct.
There was the knowledge base of troubleshooting had built up to a point.
Enough.
Yeah, to where it really was the best thing for me to do that. And I remember having many clients say, wait, you just came out here, I'm paying you whatever, $150 an hour to Google something for me. And I would always stop them and say, hey, yes, and I will, I wouldn't say I'll defend this, but I would defend it, in a very polite way. But I'd say, look, but I know what I'm looking for.
Those are your troubleshooting skills.
That's if you want me to do it without, if you want me to do it without Google, I can. I did. But this is going to get us there faster and save you money, potentially, if somebody else has solved this problem. But I know how to look for this.
Yep. And interpret it.
And interpret it and know if that answer, because nobody's going to have exactly the same thing. So I gotta sift through 3 different things and synthesize, your answer.
Yep.
But I know how to do that. Hopefully, you don't. That's why you called me. It's okay. You're better at something else than me. It's all good.
No, absolutely.
So, this Gell-Mann amnesia. That's the thing. Yeah, man. Yeah,
it's crazy.
Fascinating.
It's crazy because the minute you read it, you're like, duh. Of course I do. We all do it.
Yep. My son was down there with me. We're like looking at it with the well, And as soon as I mean, even though it said that, it couldn't read, it was like, well, then one could be good and one could be bad. This meter is worthless for this. So I did plug it in because it took 3 minutes to plug it in. And I plugged it in and heard it short cycle. And I called upstairs and I said, Lise, call the well company now.
Call the well guy. Yeah.
And she did. But we could have called them 3 hours earlier.
Yes, you could. Yeah, it would have been.
That
It could
was
have
the
bumped
problem.
you into the weekend, which would have been a problem. Yeah,
It could have. It didn't, thankfully.
Yeah, that's
but
good.
Yeah, exactly. So.